Okay, let's unpack this. We are diving into, well, a subject that's really shifted gears, hasn't it? From sort of a fringe idea to this huge, rapidly growing industry, the adult AI companion space in 2025.
Exactly. And when we look at this market now, we're way beyond those simple, like, early chatbots. Our sources are showing these really rich, highly customizable experiences. They're designed to be, full female companions.
Like companions optimized for private interactions.
Yeah.
Explicit even.
Yeah.
And really tailored to the user.
Highly tailored, yeah. For adult environment specific.
And the speed of change is just, wow, even the language is shifting. Our sources point to this community term, AI sex GF, and that it's not just like a throwaway term, is it? It seems to define an AI built specifically for developed sexual interaction. That's core now.
It's core to the companionship, exactly. It's not just an extra feature anymore. It's often the main point.
So that's our mission today, right? We're looking at the latest industry stuff, the overviews, trying to get a snapshot of right now.
Yeah, we need to understand the tech behind it, the advanced stuff making it immersive, and of course, the business models funding this. Well, it's a multi-million-dollar market now.
And the ethics.
Yeah.
We absolutely have to talk about the ethical landscape that needs to grow up alongside the tech.
Definitely crucial.
Okay, so let's start with the basics. The user experience. The key thing, reading through the sources, seems to be simulating intimacy, allowing users to, play out fantasies without judgment.
That's the core appeal, yeah. Freedom from judgment.
But what features are now, essential? What are the table stakes for these apps to even compete?
Well, it really comes down to customization and how responsive the AI feels. Users expect deep role-play features.
Okay.
And they want emotional responses that feel, well, genuine or close to it. And visual customization is huge, absolutely critical.
Visuals, you mean the avatar?
Yeah, the avatar. The demand for features people often call AI girlfriend naked modes, basically, seeing the AI in more revealing ways, that's driving a massive amount of the R&D investment.
Right, so it's this blend, high-quality adult visuals, but also that psychological need for responsive companionship.
That's it. It's both.
Yeah.
And the competition in the market is fierce, which pushes the tech forward.
So the AI has to be good enough to carry on these simulations that feel naturally explicit. That was a phrase from the sources.
Naturally explicit, yeah. That means the interaction has to hit multiple senses. It needs to seamlessly blend, sophisticated voice, text, and real-time image generation. It's complex.
Okay, that complexity brings us to the tech itself, the nuts and bolts. To get that level of immersion, the technology must be pretty advanced.
Oh, absolutely. And what's fascinating here is how the focus has shifted. It's not just about making it work anymore. It's about psychological realism. And there are really two main pillars lifting these apps way beyond what we saw before: voice realism and image generation.
Voice realism feels foundational.
Yeah.
I mean, if the voice sounds clunky or robotic or there's lag.
The illusion just shatters instantly. Yeah.
So the goal isn't just a natural-sounding voice.
No, it's more than that. It's emotional conversation. The top platforms, they're using advanced AI voice synthesis. It includes subtle things like breathing patterns or tiny changes in intonation based on the AI's supposed mood.
Wow.
Even emotional inflections. It's trying to really manufacture a sense of presence, not just read lines.
And the impact of that, the so what, it's more than just making it sound nice, right? It's about connection.
It really is. The more personalized and, well, human-like the voice feels, the stronger that parasocial bond becomes for the user.
Parasocial, right, like with celebrities or fictional characters.
Kind of, yeah. And we're seeing some proprietary tech trying to simulate personalized memory through voice. So the AI remembers past talks, references them.
Making the user feel actually heard.
Exactly. Truly remembered and heard. And that's absolutely vital for keeping users immersed long-term, especially in that AI sex GF context.
Okay, so the voice hooks you emotionally. Then the visual side, the image generation. That's where the fantasy really takes flight. What's happening there? What's the innovation?
Image generation now is incredibly varied. It can be simple stuff like changing clothes or hairstyles, or it can go all the way to generating full high-res visual duplicates, including those AI girlfriend naked avatars users are asking for. But the real challenge, technically, is visual consistency.
Consistency? Like making sure the avatar looks the same across different interactions or poses?
Exactly. Maintaining that look over a long chat or different generated scenes, that's still a huge hurdle they're all working on.
I saw something interesting in the sources about deepfake tech. It said some apps use it responsibly for creative expression. That sounds risky. How can deepfake be responsible here?
Yeah, it's a really important distinction the sources make. Responsible use here means the deepfake models are trained only on data the platform owns or licenses, or on data the user uploads themselves, or purely abstract avatar data.
So they're not scraping images of real people without permission.
Correct. They're not generating images of real non-consenting individuals. It's about using the tech for creative freedom, fulfilling specific user fantasies, but within a closed, controlled data environment. It avoids the big ethical pitfalls of typical deepfakes.
Okay, that makes more sense. So it's the combination then. Hyper-realistic voice plus high-fidelity, customizable images, all working together. That's what's fueling the market growth.
That's the core driver, yes. When voice and image merge seamlessly, it engages the user way beyond just text chat.
Right.
It connects emotionally in ways that, honestly, we don't really foresee just a few years back. This multisensory blend, it's expected to really set new benchmarks for adult entertainment. It's blurring those lines between what's simulated and what feels like a real intimate experience.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting. The money side, the economics.
Yeah.
That kind of tech, the realism, the personal development, it must cost these companies a lot.
It does. Significant investment in R&D and computing power.
Which brings us to the practical question for you, the listener.
Yeah.
How are these platforms actually funded? What are the business models?
Well, the market's definitely maturing, and you see platforms trying to stand out by focusing on different strengths.
Okay.
Some apps really double down on the conversation quality. They use advanced NLP.
Natural language processing.
Right, the AI's ability to get context and meaning. They combine that with machine learning to try and mimic genuine emotional responses, moods, feelings.
And then the others focus more on the visual stuff.
Exactly. Others prioritize the graphic elements, generating really high-quality AI images, maybe even videos, for like a 3D virtual space.
So which ones are seen as the best or maybe the most premium?
Generally, the platforms that manage to successfully integrate both really strong conversational AI and high visual fidelity, those tend to be seen as the most comprehensive and often, the most expensive.
When someone's trying to choose an app, what's the real differentiator now, beyond just, having a nice-looking interface? What does the market say?
I think a key differentiator emerging is the ecosystem maturity and things like API integration.
APIs. So letting others build on their platform.
Yeah. Are they letting third-party developers create new voice models? Or new visual assets or avatar parts? The platforms building robust developer tools seem positioned to really dominate. They can scale features much faster than the closed, walled garden types.
Makes sense. Okay, let's talk cash. Given the cost of security, graphics, what are users typically gaining?
The pricing models have pretty much standardized around subscriptions. Most apps, even the ones focused squarely on adult content, they'll offer some kind of limited free tier. Or maybe an AI porn girlfriend free trial.
To get you in the door.
Exactly. It's essential for them, partly for sampling, but also to gather initial user data and maybe establish a pattern of use. But these free versions, they heavily restrict the core features.
Like voice interaction. Customization.
Definitely. Voice interaction is usually limited, customization is basic, and any explicit or NSFW content is typically locked down.
Which naturally leads people to consider paying.
Right. The paid tiers are where you unlock the full experience. Unlimited chat, the full voice realism we talked about, advanced avatar options, and obviously full access to the NSFW capabilities.
And the cost? Is it prohibitive?
Surprisingly competitive, actually. Monthly subscriptions generally seem to fall somewhere between, say, $4 and $25 a month.
That's quite a range.
It is, depends on the features. But reputable platforms usually have very transparent pricing. You know what you're getting. And sometimes there are options for power users, like buying extra credits for generating lots of high-end graphics or maybe complex 3D scenes. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, all this intimacy combined with users paying money and sharing data, well, it immediately brings up the ethical side and the psychological side, too.
Yeah, this isn't just buying a piece of software, is it? It's engaging with something designed to tap into very intimate parts of human experience.
Precisely.
So when users are paying, they're paying with cash, but also with incredibly private information about their desires and fantasies. Privacy has to be absolutely central here.
It's the bedrock. It's the foundation of trust. Any legitimate app must show it has strong data encryption, really effective privacy management policies, secure storage. Often they'll offer anonymous modes too.
Because without that feeling of safety,
the whole thing breaks down. The user has to feel completely safe sharing highly sensitive personal stuff. Otherwise, the platform fails at its main promise, non-judgmental companionship.
Okay, what about consent? But like within the app itself, it's an AI, so how does consent work?
That's an important question, and it's something developers are actively wrestling with. Obviously, the user is initiating and directing the interaction.
Right.
But developers still have a responsibility to design systems that prevent simulated abuse or exploitation. At least that's the goal. Our sources stress that users need clear, transparent boundaries about what the AI will and won't simulate.
So the AI should have limits.
It needs a morally sound framework, yes. But then you have to ask, are these boundaries genuinely ethical, or are they just there to meet minimum legal requirements? That's still very much an open debate in the industry.
And finally, the big one, the psychological impact. If these AIs are built to perfectly cater to every user whim, provide instant, perfect validation, what does relying on that do long-term?
Yeah, this is probably the most critical point for user well-being. The industry really needs to be transparent about the fact that this is an AI. It's not human.
And encourage balance.
Absolutely. And encourage balancing this virtual companionship with real-world human relationships. The risk isn't necessarily the AI itself. It's the potential displacement of the skills you need for real relationships.
Because real relationships are messy.
Exactly. They're messy, unpredictable. They require compromise, patience, navigating conflict, things the AI is designed to smooth over or avoid entirely.
Okay, moving on to the apps themselves, it's probably helpful for you, the listener, to see how different platforms are carving out their space. They're not all the same.
No, definitely not. The variety really shows how the market is segmenting. Different apps are targeting very specific user needs. Is it emotional depth, speed, visual storytelling?
Right, let's take Replica. That one stands out because, from what I gather, its main identity is about companionship and emotional support that goes beyond just the adult stuff.
That's generally its reputation, yes. It uses pretty advanced emotional intelligence modeling. It has customizable avatars, sure, and voice chat. Explicit modes are an option, but it's often seen as the empathy-first choice.
Then you've got something totally different, like AI Dungeon.
Very different. AI Dungeon is fundamentally text-based. It appeals more to users who enjoy creative writing, interactive storytelling. The adult content comes through narrative generation.
So it's less like chatting with a person, more like co-writing an explicit story.
Kind of, yeah. Its strength is that open-ended scenario generation. If you prioritize narrative depth over just conversation or static visuals, that's where you might look.
Okay, then for speed, maybe more casual interaction, there's Chai.
Chai is known for having a huge variety of different preset AI chatbots, lots of personalities, and it has a really simple one-tap interface. It seems designed for quick, high-volume, fairly casual adult AI chats. Accessibility and speed look like its main goals.
Then Dreamgirl AI sounds like it goes hard in the other direction.
Completely. It's positioned as 100% adult content focused. Their main concentration seems to be visual realism, custom 3D avatars, detailed stuff combined with that emotional voice interaction we talked about.
So for users whose primary driver is fulfilling visual fantasy.
That seems to be their target market, yes. A dedicated platform for that specific need.
And lastly, Skrill AI. The sources mentioned this one targets a slightly different audience, content creators.
That's right. Skrill AI seems focused more on the B2B side, targeting content creators or even adult entrepreneurs who want to build their own companion platform.
Like an engine provider.
Exactly. They highlight their cutting-edge voice features, flexible pricing, developer tools. They also make a point about ethical design and high-quality image generation, including what they call tasteful naked modes, specifically for people building custom platforms.
So they're trying to be the infrastructure.
It seems like it, providing the tech, especially their voice engine, for others to build niche companion experiences on top of. Their pricing is apparently structured to support entrepreneurs starting out.
So what does this all mean when we pull it all together?
Well, it means the top adult AI companions today are the ones successfully merging that technological realism, the nuanced voices, the customizable high-res images, with creating moments that feel intimate.
Providing safe spaces for engagement and exploration.
Right. Safe digital environments. And the market's definitely maturing by specializing, finding those specific niches we just discussed.
And thinking forward. As these companions get even more realistic emotionally and visually, and they become even more tailored to your unique, specific, maybe even deepest desires, we really have to think about the ripple effects on our actual lives. Because unlike the AI, real human connection doesn't offer that customized, always-on, judgment-free affirmation.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work that way.
No, it requires work. real work.
What does relying on that perfectly personalized, frictionless AI connection mean for our ability to tolerate frustration,
Yeah.
to be patient, to develop and practice the crucial, sometimes difficult skills we absolutely need to maintain real, messy human relationships?
That's the big question, isn't it? Something for all of us to think about as this tech keeps evolving.
Indeed, it's a development that really touches the very definition of intimacy in the modern age.